Working in the US can change lives, but 2025 may bring bad news for some Asian nations. In this video, we talk about the 7 Asian countries Trump may never allow to work in the US again and explain the real reasons behind this. And now, let's dive in. Number 7. Vietnam. Why might Vietnamese workers no longer be allowed to work in the US? One reason is trade and labor disputes. The US has criticized Vietnam for weak worker protections and unfair business practices. This makes Trump hesitant to allow more Vietnamese workers into American jobs. Many Vietnamese have been applying for skilled and unskilled work programs, hoping to earn higher wages abroad, but these chances are shrinking. Another factor is political alignment. Vietnam is strengthening ties with China, which Trump sees as a rival. Because of this, Vietnam is viewed as less trustworthy for sending workers abroad. The U.S. wants to prioritize countries that it sees as loyal or aligned with its policies. This affects thousands of ordinary workers. Students, factory workers, and service staff all face higher barriers to work visas. Even those with strong skills may struggle to pass stricter screening processes. Travel approvals are slower and some applications are outright denied. In 2025, Vietnamese citizens hoping to work in the U.S. will face longer waits, tougher rules, and fewer opportunities. While the country hasn't been completely banned, the future looks uncertain for Vietnamese workers seeking American jobs, especially those planning long-term careers overseas. Before we go to the next country, comment down below where you are watching. We love to know where you are from. And now, let's go to the next country. Number 6. India. Why is India on the list of countries Trump may block from working in the U.S.? The main reason is immigration limits and rising scrutiny on H-1B and other work visas. Many Indian professionals, especially in IT and healthcare, have been relying on U.S. job programs, but stricter policies under Trump have reduced approvals. Another factor is Trump's focus on America First policies. He wants more American citizens in high-paying jobs, which makes foreign workers less welcome. Even skilled Indian workers face extra interviews and documentation requirements, slowing down approvals. This impacts thousands of families planning to move for better income. Students and trainees from India also experience stricter checks and lower chances of entering U.S. workplaces. While some may still succeed under rare exceptions, most applications face higher rejection rates. India's place on this list shows that even strong economies with many skilled workers are not guaranteed access. In 2025, Indian workers hoping to find American jobs will face tough policies, uncertain processing, and a high risk of denial, making it one of the 7 Asian countries Trump may never allow to work in the U.S. again, especially for those planning long-term careers or relocation with families. Number 5. Iran. Why are Iranian workers at risk of losing access to U.S. jobs? The main reason is political tension and sanctions. Iran's government policies, nuclear issues, and past conflicts make the U.S. cautious. Trump's administration has been strict about visa approvals for Iranians for security reasons. This affects both skilled and unskilled workers. Iranians hoping for work permits or job-based visas face extra interviews, heavy document checks, and often outright denials. Even those with education or work experience cannot easily get U.S. employment approval. Another reason is travel bans tied to national security. The U.S. wants to ensure workers entering the country do not pose risks. While this may sound harsh, it is the main reason ordinary Iranian workers struggle to find American jobs. In 2025, Iran remains one of the Asian countries where working in the U.S. is extremely limited. Families and professionals must look for alternatives or other countries to work abroad. These restrictions make it very difficult for Iranians to plan careers, send money home, gain international experience, pursue long-term opportunities in U.S. industries, participate in global programs that require U.S. employment access, or build professional networks that rely on U.S. work opportunities. Wait! If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. And now, let's go to the next country. Number 4. Cuba. Why are Cuban workers facing limits in the U.S. in 2025? One main reason is political tension. The U.S. has long been cautious about Cuba's government, and Trump's administration is stricter than before. This affects both skilled and unskilled workers, making it harder for Cubans to get work visas. Another factor is the history of migration. Many Cubans have already moved to the U.S., and Trump wants to control the flow to prevent new waves of workers from entering without proper documentation. Cuban applicants now face longer processing times, extra interviews, and higher rejection rates for jobs in healthcare, technology, and other sectors. This policy also affects students and professionals seeking temporary or permanent work. Those who hope to gain experience in American companies may have to wait years or choose other countries. Even families planning to reunite through employment-based programs are impacted, slowing down career and life plans. In 2025, Cuba is one of the countries connected to Asia where working in the U.S. is very limited. Cuban citizens must prepare for stricter applications, longer waits, and fewer approvals.
These measures make it challenging to plan for employment, advance skills, support families financially, achieve long-term career goals in the U.S., maintain professional networks, gain international exposure, participate in programs that require U.S. work experience, secure better living conditions abroad, and build future opportunities in global industries while facing strict U.S. work restrictions or expand their careers internationally. Number 3. Laos. Why are Laotian workers facing tougher rules for U.S. jobs in 2025? One reason is political instability and limited bilateral agreements. The U.S. wants to prioritize countries with strong labor cooperation and clear legal systems, and Laos does not fully meet these standards. Another factor is the small size of the workforce already in the U.S. Laotian applicants are often in agriculture, hospitality, or service sectors. But Trump's administration has tightened employment-based visa programs. This makes it harder for new applicants to secure work permits. Students and professionals also face stricter screening. Even those with higher education or specialized skills experience more interviews, longer processing times, and higher rejection rates. Employers in the U.S. are required to prove that no American citizen can fill the position, making it challenging for Laotian workers. In 2025, Laos is one of the Asian countries where working in the U.S. is extremely limited. Applicants must prepare for longer waits, stricter documentation checks, and fewer approvals. These policies affect ordinary workers, families, and students hoping to gain experience abroad. Laotian citizens must consider other countries for employment opportunities, adapt to local labor markets, seek alternative pathways for professional growth, and adjust career plans accordingly. As U.S. work visas are becoming increasingly difficult to obtain for Laos in the current administration, they may need to explore jobs in neighboring countries, build local skills, pursue remote work opportunities, seek scholarships or training abroad, and plan alternative career paths outside the U.S. to achieve professional growth. Number 2. Myanmar. Why may Myanmar workers never be allowed to work in the U.S. again under Trump in 2025? The main reason is political unrest and human rights concerns. The U.S. has been critical of Myanmar's government, especially regarding treatment of minority groups. This has caused Trump's administration to tighten work visas and limit access for Myanmar citizens. Employment-based programs are heavily affected. Skilled workers in healthcare, IT, and service industries face longer processing times, stricter documentation, and frequent denials. Even highly educated professionals now struggle to meet requirements. Trump prioritizes countries that align with U.S. political and economic goals, and Myanmar is considered high risk. Families and students are also impacted. Those hoping to move for better income, work experience, or family reunification now face high rejection rates. Employers must prove no American can fill the position, making it very difficult for Myanmar workers to secure U.S. employment. Temporary work visas, internships, and training programs are also limited, leaving fewer options for newcomers. In 2025, Myanmar is one of the Asian countries Trump may never allow to work in the U.S. again. Citizens must explore alternatives outside the U.S., such as jobs in Thailand, Malaysia, or Singapore, remote work, or international freelance projects. They should focus on gaining local skills, certifications, and experience in industries that do not require U.S. approval, adapt career plans, maintain professional records, and build networks in safer employment markets. Planning carefully, being flexible, and preparing for stricter screening are essential to continue professional growth despite U.S. restrictions. They should also consider learning new skills that are in demand internationally, taking online courses recognized by global employers, and improving language abilities for wider job options. Networking through professional associations, joining remote work platforms, or exploring entrepreneurship can create alternative income streams. Families need to plan finances carefully, and students may seek scholarships or programs in countries with easier work access. Myanmar citizens should remain updated on U.S. policies, adapt to regional labor markets, and prepare for long-term career planning outside the U.S. This proactive approach ensures they continue growth despite Trump's strict employment bans. Number 1. Pakistan. Why may Pakistani workers never be allowed to work in the U.S. again under Trump in 2025? The main reason is national security concerns. The U.S. government views certain activities linked to Pakistan's regions and policies as risky, which leads to stricter visa restrictions for Pakistani citizens. Employment-based programs are heavily affected. Skilled workers in IT, health care, and technical sectors face longer processing times, more document checks, and higher rejection rates. Even highly educated professionals or those with strong work experience often cannot secure U.S. employment. Trump prioritizes countries aligned with U.S. political and economic interests, and Pakistan is seen as high risk. Families and students are also impacted. Those hoping to move for work or better opportunities face higher denials. Employers must prove no American can fill the position, making it extremely challenging for Pakistani workers to obtain employment-based visas. Temporary or trainee programs are also restricted, limiting career pathways. In 2025, Pakistan is the Asian country most restricted under Trump's policies, and citizens may never easily work in the U.S. again. Pakistanis need to explore alternative employment in neighboring countries like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, or Malaysia. Consider remote work with international companies or focus on local entrepreneurship. They should gain globally recognized skills, pursue certifications, improve language proficiency, network professionally, and plan long-term careers in safer labor markets. By preparing thoroughly and being flexible, Pakistani workers can continue professional growth and support their families despite strict U.S. work bans. They should also explore regional job markets in Asia, the Middle East, or Europe, where work permits are more accessible. Pursuing remote work for international companies, freelancing, or starting small businesses can create income opportunities. Pakistani students may seek scholarships or training programs abroad that do not require U.S. employment. Networking through professional associations, building strong resumes, gaining certifications recognized globally, and learning additional skills can help maintain career growth. Families must plan finances carefully, adapt to new markets, and stay updated on changing U.S. policies. Flexibility and strategic planning are key to succeeding despite U.S. restrictions. Thanks for watching. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell. Which country do you think should not be on this list? Type your answer in the comments, and goodbye.